and a low of 63. We got a chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Mostly cloudy with a high of 75. Tomorrow night, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, low of 56. Mostly sunny for Wednesday, high of 74. Mostly clear Wednesday night and a low of 49.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. A weekly football show with the head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties. The Center College head coach, plus an update from UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Essity, a global leading hygiene and health company. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance in Boyle County. Todd Tiller, agent. Now, with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
Hey, good evening from the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. It is the 20th season of the Pigskin Report. Joe, if you want to count Anderson County and Casey County, we went 6-3 this week.
That's not bad.
That's one of the best weeks we've had in a while.
I like it. We need more 6-3 weeks. And once we get out of this area, teams playing each other again, Mercer, Danville played, so we knew we'd have a loss.
Yep.
Do we have any area teams? We don't have any area teams playing each other this week, do we?
No.
So we have a chance then.
Yep. And Center College should get back on the snide. And you know, I don't know how long it's been since they started out 0-2.
Yeah, been a while. Long time.
And UK, of course, you know, they played a cupcake. I said that all week. They played a cupcake, and they kind of played like it. They, you know, and I'll get to Coach Stoops here in just a minute on something. But big game, number 5A, number 1 team, Scott County, came knocking into Boyle County. And Boyle County's number 1 and 4A. They gave them something to think about. Yeah. Scott County went down hard. Boyle County's just a machine right now. As long as they stay healthy. Yeah. That's the thing. Now, they've got some depth. They've got speed. Obviously, they got a track team between Tavy and Brown. You split them out. Then you got Avery Johnson, who just run away. And believe it or not, Avery Johnson is Bodner. Quicker. What am I saying? Avery Johnson. That's the coach. Avery Bodner actually is quicker this year. Yeah. And Coach Haddock said that he had. And boy, if Avery gets a little bit of daylight, he's got another gear.
In back-to-back games, he scored 3 touchdowns. Scored 3 against Danville and he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, he played one quarter.
He played one quarter against Danville. So he's one of those guys, and Coach Haddock talks about it with me in the morning show. You know, you look at Boyle County, you mentioned Tavy and Maury, and he almost kind of gets overlooked.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
Yeah, scoring 3 touchdowns a game and he's getting overlooked.
I'm sure he'll like that, being overlooked.
Yeah, focus on the other guys and watch me run for 150 yards and a couple of scores.
And what do? You can't go one-on-one with either of those two receivers. You've got to have help.
Yeah, maybe you double team both of them or do what you can. And what does that do? It leaves the middle of the field wide open for somebody like Avery Bodner to run right through.
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and get started, Joe. Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. Call 859-734-5143. They'll tell you about the specials they got going on. UK Coach Stoops, it seems your troops play up to the level of your competition or down to the level of your competition.
It's good to be sitting here a bit redundant, talking about another victory with the good and the bad. It's 2 weeks in a row. We're sitting in here on Monday and grateful for any victory, as I've mentioned before, and really appreciate our players, working hard, getting some things corrected, finishing the game strong, and getting the victory. Once again, I think there's things that we know we need to improve on and have to improve on as the competition improves. And so we will be anxious to get back to work here again today. I think there were definite signs of improvement this past week, even though it didn't always appear right there on the film. I'd also like to acknowledge this being 9/11 and recognize and thank and just remember all the heroes that lost their lives and all the heroes that saved a bunch of lives. It doesn't take you very long to be in any type of situation where you need first responders and or doctors. And it happens to hit very close to home here with me today, and the appreciation and the need for those folks. So on this day, I think it's certainly fitting to remember them and thank them and pray for all the people that lost their lives. It's been a challenging a day or so for us, and we will continue to push forward as always. And I think the prognosis of things look good with the people in our office, and that will be back in our office. So I'll leave it at that. On that subject, again, looking back at the film, just like I mentioned, give EKU a lot of credit for a lot of good things. No surprise there in the way they played. Looking forward to this weekend's challenge again with Akron. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Joe Moorhead, the person that he is, the coach that he is. I believe his time at Mississippi State, we split, one home games each of us, but always tough, physical, hard-nosed. He's very creative offensively. They've been very multiple. We will go back and look at quite a few things that, when he was at Mississippi State, and we'll look at things while he was at Akron, and try to put together a very good plan here on both sides of the ball to go compete and try to go 3-0 right before conference play the following week. So we got some things we need to improve on, and looking forward to getting back out there.
Yeah, really. The challenge of Akron?
Did he? I didn't realize Akron's head coach was at Mississippi State. Did I hear him right? At one point?
Yeah, I think he said.
He said, well, we had some good games when he was at Mississippi State. I'll have to look that up. I didn't realize that. We played a game before we went on the air, though. We played the over-under game. How many NFL players has Akron had graduate from Akron or played Akron that were drafted in the NFL? And the number I set was 10. Both of you all said under, and it was just over 10, 11 Akron players. The two most well-known, Charlie Fry, former quarterback for your Radio Red Cleveland Browns.
And the Lions, I think. And I think the Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah, Charlie Fry. And then the most well-known is Jason Taylor, who played defensive end for the Miami Dolphins, who's in the NFL Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame right now. So they've had two pretty well-known. Certainly
but I don't
Jason
think
Taylor
he's
really
coming back
No,
to play
Jason Taylor doesn't have any more eligibility left, thankfully. Hey, we're talking football, talking pizza as well here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, and we'd love to have you come out here if you have any questions and want to make an order.
Yeah.
Call 734-5143. That's 734-5143. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll talk Center College with head coach Andy Fry, Garrett County football with head coach Spencer Crutchfield. It's coming up next on the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Live from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, we've got Tim Biggs here. We've got Joe Robinson here as well. Made an appearance. Glad to have Joe sitting around the table with us talking football. And it's right here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Hey, this is Matt from JobMaster Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at JobMaster. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, one-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at JobMaster, go Rebs, visit us at JobMasterRental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. At Essity, we want to wish all of our local high schools good luck during this season. We're proud to sponsor Mercer County, Bergen, Boyle County, Danville, and Garrett County. All of these schools will produce our future employees, and we're rooting for you all this season. So go Ads, go Rebels, go Titans, go Bulldogs, and go Golden Lions. So thanks again from Essity in Harrodsburg and Danville for representing our communities in a great way.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. New crispy, cheesy, loaded melts are made just for you.
Me?
That's right, just you.
Then why are you holding them?
Hey,
he's got my melts!
Okay, here you go. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Product availability, prices, and participation may vary.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And back to the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut we go. And if you want to get out of that burger rut, hit the Hut, Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. I had the Meat Lovers melt, and it was so big I could only eat half of it. I'm going to take the other half home. It was a melt loaded with pepperoni, ham, Italian sausage, pork, beef, bacon, and cheese, served with marinara dipping sauce. Again, that was a good sandwich. What'd you get? You got a personal pan,
I got a little personal pan pizza. I wasn't too hungry, so I got the hamburger.
I didn't either. That's why I got a huge melt.
Hey, the personal pans, though, they're really, obviously, really good, but it's a pretty affordable price, too. It's like $6 or something, $5.99, and it's enough to fill you up. I'm good for the rest of the night on $6.
My melt was just $6.99, and I got 2 big pieces.
Now, prices are good here, so check it out at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut.
Well, let's check out Center College. Coach Fry, an unusual place for you, starting out at 0-2.
Yeah, it's this isn't what we've had for years and years and years, and it's like we always teach our student athletes that our ball players that you got to deal with disappointment, you got to deal with struggle, you got to deal with adversity, and it's one thing to preach it, but it's another you got to do it. This is an opportunity for us to learn from it and become better from it.
Were the guys ready to go and they give you a good effort? What kind of happened? How'd the game
they
flow?
did. It was, I'm not going to take anything away from Maryville. We get down in the red zone 3 different times. We come away with field goals. So we're up 9-0, which, you hope that you could be up 21-0. Well, that changes the game right now. We're even 14 or 17-0. Instead, we're 9. We knew that their quarterback was someone that we had to contain. Quite honestly, the quarterback ended up beating us. And when I say beating us, he made the plays that he had to make. They only averaged 2 yards a carry on and rushing. I mean, we did a great job of containing him in the pocket, and also their running game. They hit big plays on us. I mean, they hit probably 3 or 4 passes that probably were 40 yards or better. When that happens, it wasn't turnovers. So they had 2 turnovers, and we couldn't capitalize on them. That was partially the problem as well. I think that we executed, but we just weren't able to finish. That's sometimes a reflection of experience, and I think we're going to get better. I think we've got playmakers. We just got to get the ball to them. And defensively, we've got, 8 starters that have never started a game. So, and they're getting better. I'm telling you, I've been really pleased with how well we can shut down the running game from the perimeter. Can we keep the ball in front of us on throws? But I'm not going to take away from the quarterback. The quarterback is really the best part of Maryville. They can win some games with him. Now, defensively, I don't know if they can defend. It might be a shootout, some of the games they have to play. But we weren't able to put the ball in the end zone like we should have. Like I said, we had 3 opportunities in the red zone and come away with field goals. That can hurt you. We scored. I'll take a touchdown over 3.
Did you come out health-wise okay after the game?
We're banged up, but I've expected that, what normally happens. I'm sure they're banged up too. It was a physical game, and it never had any routine to it. We had so many rain delays, lightning delays. We didn't finish the game till 6:30. That should have been over at 4. That was kind of hard. We didn't even have a halftime. After 1 rain delay, we still had 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and we just said, listen, we're going back in for a half hour, because that's how you have to do a rain delay, and said we're going to take this as a halftime. And when we come out, we're going to play 4 minutes, finish up the second quarter, and then we're going to kick off right away, right after that for the second half. That's kind of the way the game was being played, unfortunately. Couldn't get a rhythm, but neither could they. So I'm not going to whine about it. They are at home, and maybe that's the advantage. At least you're at home. You know what to do. Other than that, we just need to tighten up, instill some confidence. I think right now, since we're 0-2, that's probably the biggest thing as a head coach is how confident are we.
But now you start the conference, so everybody's 0-0, so you don't have to worry with that.
Yeah, that's right. We feel like we got a second chance now. We got a second season.
And you go into Rhodes. Tell us how you match up against Rhodes.
They're much improved than they were last year. We won last year, but it was a defensive struggle. They're 2-0, so they're off to probably their best start in years, and we're off to our worst start in years. Is it a matchup? I'm not really concerned about the records. I'm concerned about, are we confident enough to go into this game ready to do what we're coached to do.
What do they like to do in offense?
Well, they're playing two different quarterbacks. Both of them have a skill level that's maybe a little different from one. One runs the ball better, one throws the ball better. They do a lot of motion. I think they're a pretty good football team. Defensively, they're always good up front. So I'm hoping that we can maintain some leverage in the run game and then be able to get the ball downfield. I think we can do that, possibly. So we'll see.
Keys to a victory over Rhodes there to start the conference out.
Well, I think the key for us is to get our swagger back. And I think to get our swagger back, you got to be confident in what preparing to do. I've always heard this said many times from people that, confidence breeds success, success breeds confidence. You got to get in the loop. And the only way I know to get in that loop is, well, really two ways. One, prepare. Your preparation gives you confidence. So we've got to really maintain that. And two is let our position players experience confident things. And you have to manipulate it. Let them experience the confidence that comes from that. And that's, to me, is the key to victory. It's just let's go out and play with confidence what we're coached to do. And that comes from our coaches. So we'll see how that works.
Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and again, the Colonels are 0-2, which is a very unfamiliar place for them. And let's talk high school football. Go to Garrett County and talk with Coach Crutchfield, another team that's looking for their first win as the Garrett County Golden Lions. And Coach, Somerset continues to improve. They put up over 400 yards of offense for a 48-21 win.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hughes brothers are both very, very, very talented backs, and the Bruner kid puts you in a tough situation when they do drop the back to pass because he can definitely stretch the field and throw it where it needs to be, but he's mobile enough to make some plays with his feet. So they definitely stress you because they have multiple athletes, and they can get the ball to multiple athletes in space. And, they're very physical up front. They get after you. They're aggressive. And you're not going to be able to arm tackle those guys. And, we missed a lot of tackles, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They were able to move us up front a little bit and give those guys some space.
Coach, Malachi Simmons had a big game for your Golden Lions, 22 carries, 185 yards, a pair of touchdowns. He ran the ball well. There was a struggle, I think, besides anyone else trying to run the ball. Was it something Somerset did, or what was it that Malachi had success with that some of the other guys couldn't get the ball going?
Well, Malachi got a few more touches than those other guys got as well. He was able to pop a couple big runs on them. And, Malachi's getting back into game shape. He missed the first couple games and was out with that foot injury and is getting back into shape and getting back into form where he was at last year. And, we cleaned a few things up front as well. We're able to have a little success running the football. But, we definitely have to continue to work on our passing game and be able to keep people off putting multiple people in the box to try to stop the run.
Did you have a trick play for a touchdown in there, Coach?
Not really a trick play. It was I put Jagger Wood. He played some quarterback for us, and we just kind of did a rollout pass to Hayden. He was able to complete that to Hayden.
Yeah, so I know Jagger, like you said, plays wide out quite a bit, but you had him in a quarterback that play, and he was able to toss the touchdown there, so got him a touchdown pass. Coach, you're hosting East Chessman on Friday. This is an East Chessman Jaguar team that's 0-3. I actually saw them the first game of the year, and they played a really good Wayne County team down to the wire in a 35-28 loss. They lost on Friday to North Bullitt by 3, and in between there, a blowout loss to Henry County, but they've had 2 of their first 3 games really close, where kind of like we talked about with you last week, Coach, you feel like the ball bounces one way or the other. They could easily be 2-1. What do you know about this East Chessman offense?
Well, Coach Bolin, he does a good job with those guys. They're big up front, they're aggressive, and they've got a few athletes that they can make some plays with their feet. And they're going to run the wing tee, and they're going to get in a couple of different sets, and they're going to try to establish the run around the football. But they also got a capable passer in the Dante. I think it's Parker Morton, I think is his name, and he does a really good job, and he's very athletic as well, can run and stress your defense with his feet. So, they do a good job of trying to stress you and trying to be physical and run downhill, but also being capable of throwing the football.
Yeah, Dante Parker Morton, he is their quarterback. They have 2 guys there in the backfield you mentioned in that wing tee. They have it doesn't seem to be, at least, that they have really a home run threat in the backfield necessarily, but they just got dependable guys that can carry the football. Their leading rusher on the season only has 65 yards. That's Peyton Music and Sean Reed, who both have 65 yards, Coach. So is it just more of like a grinded out 3 yards in a cloud of dust type thing?
I mean, that's what they're going to try to do. But they also played a couple. Henry County's pretty stout defensively and kind of limited them quite a bit. And they were very aggressive. Henry County was up front and caused some negative plays. But they definitely have some guys who can run if they're able to get in space. They haven't been able to really get them in space much this year. But the Sean Reed, I think, is number 7. He can go if he gets out in open space. So they definitely have capable backs. They kind of remind me of us, just trying to get those guys in space, and have some capable backs. Just got to be able to get them in space.
Have you played any other wing T teams this year, Coach, or when was the last time you all went up against a similar offense like this?
Wing T? No, we haven't played any wing Ts this year. I can't remember. I guess I don't think we played any wing T teams last year either. So this will be a new test, I guess, for our defense. But Coach Ester's definitely faced plenty of wing T teams in his day. So when our defense, our base defense, is kind of set up to stop the wing T. So hopefully we're able to do that.
Coach, what do you expect to see out of their defense?
They're going to run to multiple fronts. They'll get in a little 3 front. They'll get in the 4 front, run 3-4, 4-3. They're really athletic in the back end, so they kind of play a lot of games up front, and they're able to keep everything in front of them on the back end. So look for a lot of that. Probably may put 8 people in the box against us, try to stop the run and make us throw the football.
Coach, what's the keys to a victory on Friday to get your Golden Lions the first win of the year against East Jessamine?
We just got to continue to get better each day and continue to attack. So work on our fundamentals on blocking and tackling, and we're able to clean that up on the offensive side as far as blocking. But we still got a ways to go. And same thing with defense. We got to continue to work on tackling, making sure we're not missing tackles, and make sure we're getting 11 halves of the football.
And that's Gary Coach Crutchfield. We're going to take a time out and be back with more on the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report from Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. 859-734-5143. Call ahead, see what the specials are. They'll have it ready for you to come and pick up. We've got Lincoln Coach Jaggers, Danville Coach Parks on the way. You're getting it on 99.5 FM WHBN. Also on 103.9 FM WHIR. And we stream it live on hometownlive.net.
CC Auto Parts and Service.
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided residents of the Bluegrass with quality insurance since 1943. Todd Tiller's been a trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau agent since 1994, taking care of all your insurance needs with prompt service and personal attention. Now as your agency manager, you can depend on Todd to continue to give you the best rates on home, auto, life insurance, and service. Call Todd Tiller or new agent Sam Tiller or Jessica Johnson at 859-236-4081 at the Farm Bureau Agency on the Danville Bypass next to Boyle County Fairgrounds. Todd, Sam, and Jessica at your Boyle County Farm Bureau Agency are big on commitment.
Hello, this is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in downtown Danville. Home values are at an all-time high, which means it's the perfect time to look into a home equity loan. Whitaker Bank can help you turn the equity in your home into a line of credit that could allow you to finally do those repairs you put off, or to provide peace of mind knowing you have the funds available for an emergency. Call me at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822, and together we'll find just the right loan for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Saturday night. Coach Dupes and the Cats battle an out-of-conference foe at Kroger Field.
Let's go, baby. Empty the tank.
Akron Zips and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Touchdown!
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:30.
Song of your home for the Cats and the hits. WRNZ FM Z105. Go Cats!
Great seats. We're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch. This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
Live here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, where they have the big dinner box. So check this deal out right here. The big dinner box. You get 2 medium rectangular one-topping pizzas. You get 5 breadsticks and your choice of either boneless wings or pasta. So I'm going boneless wings, right?
All right.
Boneless wings guy. Or you could skip the breadsticks on the side and have a third rectangular pizza. All that is $25.99. So you could pretty much have 3 pizzas for that price, or 2 pizzas and breadsticks and wings or pasta. So pretty good deal. The big dinner box.
Yeah.
Check it out today at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, where we're talking high school football with Joe Robinson and with Tim Biggs and with Radio Rick and with Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers. And, Coach, appreciate you being on. What a big win on Friday and a record-setting night as quarterback Sawyer Horton became the all-time Lincoln County passing leader.
Yeah, that was pretty neat, to say the least. First time ever, being lucky enough to coach a young man that has broken the school's passing record. And, Sawyer, like all the guys for the most part, it was a good night, all around for the most part. Obviously, a lot of things, it's nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever kind of like it wins or losses. Nothing's ever as good as it seems, and nothing's ever as bad as it seems. But a lot of positives build on, and then, a lot of things improve on as well.
Yeah, a lot of good happened there on Friday night, Coach. Play a little Lincoln County trivia with you here. Do you know the last time Lincoln County scored at least 62 points in a game?
I'm going to go back, and it could be here just in the last 10 years or a few years. 01, 02, I know they had a big game against Marion County, and I think Adair County.
Yeah, well, you said it could have been in the last 10 years, could have not been. The first thing you said was correct. You got to go back to October the 5th of 2012 when Lincoln County scored 63 that night on North Laurel. So it was about, I think I counted up 113 games ago, Coach. So you had Sawyer Horton become the school's all-time passing leader, and you're able to put a score up that hasn't been put up in more than a decade at Lincoln County High School, Coach. So a couple little tidbits there. Well, you got Russell County, Coach, and this Russell County team is 0-4. They are a very run-heavy team. Their quarterback, Tanner Stringer, is also their leading rusher. What do you know about this Russell County offense?
Yeah, no, they're going to try to spread you out to run it. And they kind of do like we did last year, where the receivers get these real wide splits, and they force you to cover them sideline to sideline. And you kind of got to make a choice. If you're going to walk everybody out there and play any kind of a zone type defense, then you're going to give them the box that they're looking for. Whereas if you bring them in tight, you bring everybody in and try to man people up, and then they got those guys out there one-on-one. So they're just kind of looking for numbers, and they're a big team. I mean, and I know they're 0-4, but what told the boys, others out there may not know. They played their first 4 games on the road. First of all, Adair County's got a really good squad. Somerset's 3-1. I think South Laurel's 3-1. Lost to a good Casey County team, as we all know, this past Friday. And against Casey, they were up 6-0, and in the whole Somerset game, it was wild. I don't know if you heard about it or not, or others listening have, but they were up on Somerset in the final seconds, and ended up, I guess, getting lost track of time as far as what time was on the clock. Took a knee or two, and Somerset had a timeout or 2 left. Basically left it to where Somerset got the ball back with just a handful of seconds left. And Somerset scored, and I think Russell County got it back in time to build, maybe run 2 plays. So how they lost to Somerset was really they were in the driver's seat, and for much of the game, of course, Somerset's 3-1. Clay's got them rocking and rolling. So they're a good team, and that's what I told the guys, and the coaches is when I was at LaRue, we played one another in the regular season, and they still play one another as a non-district game. And going back to like 2013, they had a really, really good team. I think that's when they were in that region with Lexington Catholic and Boyle. So they ended up playing one of them in the second round and would beat, which like a lot of people do across the state, no matter who you are. But every time we played them outside that year, it was always a game. Whether we were good and they were so-so, or whether they were good and we were so-so, it was always a really good game, just from matchups. Same kind of kids, county school, rural area. They're just going to match up really, really well.
Coach, last question. What's the keys to a victory Friday night to start off that district slate 1-0 and get your Patriots up over the 500 mark at 3-2?
Yeah, no, I mean, just kind of like last week. I mean, I think we controlled line of scrimmage. Did a really good job, defensively for the most part. Bourbon County's quarterback, he started throwing some seeds in there. I mean, he was throwing some really good balls. They ended up making some big plays as the game went on, but limiting their big plays, us having more of those, winning the turnover battle, which we did the other night, and then field position. Field position was important the other night. Seems like every game we win, we win the battle of field position as well. So I think if we do those things right there, whoever does those things right there will come out victorious. And the plan on is for us to be the one to do that.
Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers, and big-time win for the Patriots. And, again, they start district play on Friday against Russell County. It is, to me, Rick, hard to believe that after this Friday's games, we'll be halfway done with the regular season.
Doesn't seem
Isn't
possible.
that crazy?
Seems like we just got started.
No, they played 10 regular season games, and this is the fifth one coming up on Friday.
Yep.
Now, there's a bye week in there, right? So for technical purposes, it's not really halfway, but for the number of games they play.
Yeah, halfway of
it's the
10
halfway
is
point.
5.
Yeah.
That's why you went to college.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
They taught me a lot of good stuff in college, like how to do simple math. Let's go to Danville.
As simple as you can get divided by 2.
I paid a lot of money to figure out that math. That was tough. All right, to Danville head coach Frank Parks joins us now. It's been a rough go of it for Coach Parks and his Admirals coach. It was a 48-10 running clock loss to Mercer County. But you did put points on the board late. How important was that to your team?
Well, you wanted to end on a positive note. The importance of that is guys kept playing, even with the score being what it was. So that part was good to see that, we were able to get our outside kick because we continue to compete. So that was the good thing coming from that.
Yeah, when you look at this Mercer County team, we talked about how they had some obviously very talented players, Thaddeus Mays, Ashton Drakeford, Denham Griffith. Those three guys kind of showcased their talent on Friday night. Just how good were those guys?
Oh, they were good, and we was just as bad tackling as they were good, which, like we had a punt return with 3 or 4 guys right there who should have made a tackle, and, those things are things that we have to pretty much get done if we want to have any type of success. But it was, they were good, and we was equally inconsistent in our play and performance.
Coach, you head to Barberville on Friday to take on Knox Central, the third all-time matchup between these two teams. Danville and Knox Central played in the 1956 season, 1957 season back-to-back. Danville won both those games, and then most recently played in 2017 when Danville won 56-28 in that state championship season. Coach, what do you know about this Knox Central team starting off with their offense?
Well, they got some size up front, and we're going to have to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? That I think they realized these last few weeks that that's probably their strength. So we're going to have to be able to stop the run defensively. And offensively, we got to improve in our execution. We'll take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, with different mishaps and mistakes that we just got to improve on those things. If we can do those things, I think we'll be able to move the ball. But as we've seen the last few weeks, we'll have a decent drive here, and somehow we'll make a big blunder and we not good enough to overcome those things right now. So we really have to focus and hone in on executing.
Yeah, you mentioned it seems like that they've kind of understood the run is their strength. First game of the year against Whitley County, they threw it 29 times. They ran it 27 times. They lost that game. Their most recent game versus Scott High School out of Tennessee, they threw it 6 times. They ran it 47 times. So, I mean, you say it. They've really adopted the run and realized this is their bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, watching them on a couple of the films, you can see them evolve and realize, you know, the best chance for them to have success is running the ball, and you know that's something we're gonna have to continue to improve in and tackle and find a way to get some better play up in the box with reading our keys and making tackles and getting off blocks. So I expect them to run the ball, have a heavy dosage of the run game, and we're gonna have to be able to stop it.
Have they changed any formations since that first week, or are they just running more out of the same formations?
Well, they have a little bit, but they really, running out of some of the things that they've been previously doing formation-wise. So I think they adapted well with what they formations they have had, and made a few little wrinkles, but for the most part, they doing what they're doing. They just chose to, go more to the ground game than the air game.
Defensively, Coach, what do you expect to see out of the defense?
Well, they got some good size up front. We're going to have to make them play in space. And I think, speed-wise, we have advantage there. But, they're going to play hard, and they're going to force us to, beat them out in space and those type of things. So, but at the end of the day, we got to execute.
Coach, again, we hear you say execution a lot, and I assume that's where you're going to go with this next answer, but what's the keys to a victory Friday night to get the Admirals the first win of the season against Knox Central?
Well, the two things I've been harping on all year, we got to find some consistency in our play on both sides of the ball, and offensively, we got to execute. We got to cut out all the big mistakes that we have been making, and, like I said, it's just all about people doing their jobs and us executing.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Admirals go to Knox Central again, the 4th time in their school history they'll play Knox Central. Played them in the 56 and 57 season, and then played them back in
I don't remember. That was before my time.
Before your time. Tim Biggs may remember that. Tim was around, I think, back then. Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Hey, come to Harrisburg Pizza Hut. Get one of their great pizzas they have here. Last week, Rebecca and the kids were here, and she had the Big New Yorker, and she was eating a piece of it, and when she finished, she said, that might be the best pizza I've ever had. Those are like her direct words. And the Big New Yorker is a big 16-inch cheese or a one-topping pizza, and it's supposed to come in 6 slices, so the slices are a lot bigger, but it's got like more of a sweet pizza sauce on it than it would be like your typical regular savory sauce. It is really, really good. It's a pretty good price as well for a pizza that big. $13.99 for the Big New Yorker. So check that out. It gets the Rebecca Mathis two thumbs up of approval.
And if you want to get a salad, they got Side Garden, they got Zesty Italian, Chicken Caesar, and Chicken Garden salads. Check them out at Harrisburg Pizza Hut.
Hey, we're stepping aside, coming back, talking with Mercer County head coach Craig East. Radio Rick will talk with him, and we'll also talk with Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix, the 2 remaining unbeaten teams we have in our area, both playing really, really well. And we'll talk to them next on the Harrisburg Pizza Hut on 99.5 FM WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and HometownLive.net.
Are you considering a new home purchase or maybe a remodel? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Jason Tyler. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. As part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-734-3316 and let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank is Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided residents of the Bluegrass with quality insurance since 1943. Todd Tiller's been a trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau agent since 1994, taking care of all your insurance needs with prompt service and personal attention. Now as your agency manager, you can depend on Todd to continue to give you the best rates on home, auto, life insurance, and service. Call Todd Tiller or new agent Sam Tiller or Jessica Johnson at 859-236-4081 at the Farm Bureau Agency on the Danville Bypass next to Boyle County Fairgrounds. Todd, Sam, and Jessica at your Boyle County Farm Bureau Agency actually are big on commitment.
Hey, this is Matt from JobMaster Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at JobMaster. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at JobMaster, go Rebs. Visit us at JobMasterRental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Is your vehicle in need of maintenance or repair? Perhaps you work a full-time job, have kids to run here and there, and can't be without your vehicle for days. We at CC Auto understand. We offer free pickup and delivery and same-day service on most all repairs. Let us take some of the load off your shoulders. Call CC Auto now at 734-9515. 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. At Essity, we want to wish all of our local high schools good luck during this season. We're proud to sponsor Mercer County, Bergen, Boyle County, Danville, and Garrett County. All of these schools will produce our future employees, and we're rooting for you all this season. So go Ads, go Rebels, go Titans, go Bulldogs, and go Golden Lions. So thanks again from Essity in Harrodsburg and Danville for representing our communities in a great way.
The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and boneless wings or pasta, all in one box. Heck, swap in a third pizza if you want. It's your world. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Additional charge for more than one topping. Product availability, prices, and delivery areas, minimums, and fees vary. Delivery charge not a tip.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And get out of that burger rut and hit the Hut. Your Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. All right, let's stay in Harrodsburg while we're here. In Mercer County Coach East, 4-0 start with a big 48-10 over perennial power Danville. Great win.
Thank you. Kids played hard. I'm happy for everybody. Good win for all of us. Happy for players, coaches, and our program.
You know, Danville's traditionally been a power. I mean, they've got 11 state championships, so they're not up to what they normally are, but you know what? You got to start somewhere and start building that confidence with these kids, and it's contagious, isn't it?
Yeah, confidence is contagious. That's kind of where we are right now in our program. Winning definitely brings confidence, and start the season off with a win. It was a lot of confidence, and as we've gone on in the first 4 games of the year, and you know, had some adversity, some ups and downs, but you know, just that confidence of winning and wanting to win and going out there and playing hard is definitely a big help for our kids in our program.
Well, your offense was clicking, scoring 48 points, and your defense, I don't think they scored till like late in the game, scored a touchdown. So I think you have to be pleased with the effort of the offense and defense. Yeah, very happy with our effort level. We put a lot of our JV, several freshmen in there at the end, and you know, we had some young guys get a little lost in some of the things they were supposed to be doing, and you know, they scored a touchdown, but that's neither here nor there. Happy that we played the way we played, and we're able to get our young guys in to get some experience out there on Friday night. And those guys go hard in practice, so this is kind of a little reward for them, Coach, to get out there and not just go against each other, teammates in practice. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's great for them, and it's also great for their parents. You know, they get to see their babies go out there on Friday night instead of standing on the sideline. They actually get to see them under the lights on the field and playing a little bit, so it's always a good thing. And you know firsthand how sometimes injuries crop up. This is a good case to look at next man up. Absolutely. Anytime you get a game like that, you know, we rotate a lot of guys in, especially in the secondary on Friday night. So
we had a chance to get a lot of guys some reps, and that's all part of the development.
How did you come out? I know you said you had like 4 starters that didn't play last week. Do you expect or hope to get those back this week?
Yeah, hoping to get everybody back to go against a really good, solid, well-coached, disciplined Southwestern football team. We're going to need all hands on deck. So hopefully we get all of our guys back from injury that we missed on Friday night. So we'll see. I haven't had a chance to sit down with our athletic trainer and find out what the prognosis is on all of our guys.
Southwestern traditionally has had a very good football program over the years, and this is probably a good measuring stick, is it not, Coach, for you to kind of see where you're at and where you want to go to?
Yeah, it should be a really good game. Southwestern traditionally, very, very good program. I recruited Southwestern because of the way that they coach their players and their talent. So it'll be a great measuring stick for us to find out if we're as good as we think we are, or if we need to go back to the drawing board and fix a few things. We got a lot of things we got to fix anyway, but this will definitely be a great measuring stick for us.
What's it going to take for Mercer County to come away with a W Friday night against Southwestern?
Well, we got to do the things that we do best, and we got to clean up the things that we struggle with. But ultimately, we got to continue to take care of the football on offense, score touchdowns when we get in the red zone, scoring zone. We need to tackle very well and read our keys, get lined up right on defense, continue to take the ball away and win that turnover battle. We got to be excellent in special teams. Got to do a great job of kicking and covering and having our special teams make plays for us to help us win games and not put us in position that will hurt us and lose. Go Titans.
And one of our 2 undefeated teams here locally, Joe. Good start by Mercer County 4-0, and this is going to be a measuring stick to see where the program's at to play Southwestern. Traditionally a power.
Yeah, big-time game.
So they'll see where they want to go, where they need to go. Now let's go to the other undefeated team in Boyle County. Coach Haddock's another dominating team effort, leading you to a 54-21 win over 5A number 1 ranked Scott County.
Yeah, I felt like our bunch really played well. It was a challenge for us just getting ready for that style of offense, but felt like we really played well all night.
If you could write a book on your offensive plays, I think it'd be a bestseller. You have just absolutely got Demario Brown caught a 69-yard pass from Tavy Quisenberry. Of course, Tavy was a quarterback as a freshman at Garrett County. He just really put that ball right where it needed to be. And you've got so many playmakers with Brown, with Avery Bodner, with Tavy, and the job at quarterback, Sage Dawson, that I think you've asked of him. Would you agree, Coach?
Yeah, Sage just played well. And, for me as an offensive play caller, it's great when our guys do playing good up front. You're able to run the ball, and then you've got all these weapons that we have. We're able to get the ball out in space to them, let them go make plays. It's fun for me.
What can you say about the defense? They were up to the challenge. Again, the defense is playing well. The offense is playing well. Well, how do you feel about the special teams effort?
Defense played well. Felt like, a lot of times we gave them good field position because of our special teams. Our kickoff teams obviously got to get a lot better. We've just got to continue to keep repping it and getting guys in there and making plays, and that's on all. We, in no way, shape, or form, played perfect, but it was a nice, felt like we played pretty good.
I got to ask you one question, Coach. Do you get tired of winning?
No. And it's something, it's not necessarily about all that. And some games, you look at this, and as a coach, it's hard, and some people may not realize this, but it's not. We don't necessarily look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard's great, but we're just wanting our guys to play the way they're supposed to play, to execute what we want them to execute. And if they do that, winning's going to be on the other side of that. So, we've got a lot of room to improve still. We've not come close to playing our best. And as a coach, that's what we want to see. We want to continually getting better each week, better and better and better. Then hopefully, if we're still playing in the end, we get to see our best game in early December.
Do you realize how many gray hairs you've given defensive coordinators than will the rest of the year?
Well, that's something that's always fun. For me, as a play caller, when you got all the speed out on the edge, and then up front, we're playing way better on the offensive line from where we started to where we are now, and we just continue to get better there. Being physical, blocking on the edge is doing really well. That's something that's underappreciated by most people. Is you can't throw the screens, you can't throw this, you can't run the ball outside if you're not blocking good on the edge also. And our wide receivers are doing a great job at that. Then you mix all that together. If you're able to run the ball inside, you can run it outside, you can throw screens, you can throw sprint outs, you can throw deep balls, you can run some option type stuff. It makes it a lot for the defense coordinator to have to prepare for, and it's our guys playing and having fun, and they're worried about stopping all these other things, and then we can hit them with what we want to.
Come out relatively healthy after the game?
Yeah, everybody's healthy, ready to go.
Taylor County, you got to go there. Tell us what you know about their offense.
Very strong, powerful. They're big up front on the O-line and D-line. Got a good lineman, the Hayes Johnson, going to Kentucky. A big old kid. Got two good running backs. One of the Smiths, 21. I think he's a sophomore, junior. Really, really physical. Runs hard. Does this. The other kid, number 1, the brother, I think he's a year older or 2 years older. He's a committed to Eastern Kentucky. Physical player. Plays defense also. It's going to be a battle over there. First time we played them in a while. First time since they're in our district, and I know they talked a little bit about that. The Johnson kid did, but they're going to be excited. Obviously, it's a big game, one of the bigger games in the state, and it's our first district game, and we got to be focused and go over there and play a good game.
What are you liable to see from them defensively?
They get in some even front and some odd front. They like to play one high safety most of the time, so they get guys in the box, try to stop the run. And, we've got to do a great job of big boys up front and then getting the ball out on the edge and blocking.
Special teams, anything that stands out?
No, nothing. We've just got to do a great job of containing them. We've got to kick the ball where it's supposed to be kicked, and then we've got to get down and cover and make tackles. And we challenge, and that's going to obviously be a focus for us, and we're going to get better.
District game here. Everybody's 0-0 going in. It doesn't matter if you're 4-0, 0-4. It doesn't make any difference. It all's counting up to this point. What's the keys to a Boyle County victory over Taylor County Friday night?
Well, we got to stop the run. We got to stop the big play. We can't let a big play us get off the field on third down. And offensively taking care of the football. We have turned it over, and we can't be turning the ball over and then winning special teams field position. Go Rebels.
There you go.
There you go. Little Go Rebels action.
He liked that. I asked, I got Tim and Joe sitting here. They didn't hear me. I said, you're giving a lot of defensive coordinators gray hairs. He laughed. He said, "Yeah, I hope so."
I like that. Yeah. Well, Boyle County's had Taylor County. He mentioned Taylor County has some D1 guys, especially on the line. Hayes Johnson will be going to UK next year. 7:30 kickoff Friday on Z105. Maybe the biggest game for area teams will be Southwestern at Mercer County. That'll be a fun one there Friday night, 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN. Tim Biggs will be there rooting on his Titans. Danville's at Knox Central. Going to Barberville Friday night, 7:30 on 103.9 FM WHIR. East Jessamine and Garrett County, 2 winless teams, so one of them will be winless no more.
Unless they tie.
You can't tie in the high school.
They might still be playing.
Maybe they just call it, right? It's just going on so long, it's a tie. Now, one of them's going to win, hopefully, on Friday. Hopefully. Now you got me thinking, Rick, what if that was to happen? 7:30 kickoff Friday, hometownlive.net, and we'll replay it on Z105 after the Boyle County game. Lincoln County's at Russell County. 7:30 kickoff. Casey County at McCurry Central, 7:30 kickoff. And Carroll County and Anderson County, 7:30 kickoff. Saturday, UK and the Akron Zips, not the Zits, Rick, the Zips. 5:30 pregame, 7:30 kickoff, Z105. And the Joe Robinson game of the week this week, Frederick Douglass and Corbin on Friday. That's a massive one Friday night.
Thank you, Robert Wagner. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Joe and Tim. Hope you get out and support your favorite teams. Be good sports fans. Been another live sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network. Get us out of here, Robert. Blow that whistle.
Here it comes. Told you.
This has been the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents, Inter County Energy, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Jobmaster Rental, Essity, and Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Broadcast live from Pizza Hut. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during football season in Harrodsburg for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now